What's up everyone, my name is Vortlas and welcome back for some more SimRacing. Today we are here on another stream. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded anything or streamed or whatever, but yeah, some personal stuff going on. But yeah, kind of back here doing the channel, and I thought why not stream a little Automobilista here. I kind of stumbled on this really interesting combination, the Aussie racing cars around Melbourne. So 100% Aussie racing power, and yeah, I thought why not stream a little bit of the Aussie racing cars here. I kind of set up to 20-minute timed races, so we'll see how it goes. If sounds aren't okay or anything, just let me know. I'll kind of change that for you, because it's been a while and I don't really know if my settings were saved or anything like that. Sometimes it can get really weird. So yeah, I've quite a lot has happened with Automobilista recently. Of course, with the latest 1.4.9 or something update, I think it was. The new Metal Moro arrived to Automobilista, and also a new version of Spielberg alongside with some improved AI. Don't really judge the AI too much here on this video, because obviously this is a modded track. Definitely keep that in mind. Because yeah, in some places the AI can get a little bit tricky. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Definitely let me know if the quality of the stream is okay, because I have no idea actually. But yeah, as I said, a lot of stuff has happened with Automobilista recently. The new Metal Moro, I haven't really driven it all too much. I haven't really gotten to it. I only drove the Honda engine shortly, so can't really say too much about it. Otherwise, that the Honda engine Metal Moro definitely drove yeah, fairly nice, but yeah, it seemed just a little bit too easy. It was very stable, the default setup that I ran, so definitely have to do more testing with the different engines and with some different setup settings to really know how I feel about the car. So as we're doing this short warm-up lap here, quickly mentioning thank you for the now more than 500 subscribers. We hit this landmark a couple of days ago, and yeah, quite happy to know that that apparently you guys seem to enjoy the content. So thanks for that. And now we're gonna go racing. This is going to be a terrible start. And we're away. Let's go. So as I said, 20 minutes. It's the AI here set to, I believe it's 110% difficulty. So we're gonna quickly let the AI sort themselves out here. That's kind of something you have to do with the Aussie racing cars. It can be a little tricky, the AI. It's not always really good, but yeah, obviously the first kind of laps are the worst, and after that it gets better. So let's see what we can do here. Started from the back, 17 or 16 other AI here. So let's see if we can maybe get to the front towards the end of the race. hopefully you can just keep it clean and yeah, move up some spots. Aggression is set to high, I should say that as well. But in real life these cars can be quite aggressive as well. I kind of watched, whoops, as there's an accident. Watched quite some Aussie racing car videos here and there on YouTube, and yeah, it's a very enjoyable series to watch. Always very close racing, very intense racing. Slipstream very important, and that, yeah, provides with some interesting racing. Definitely with all the different chassis types you get in the real series. And obviously the Australian tracks always provide with some nice racing. As there's one going wide. So yeah, I really enjoy these Aussie racing cars to watch, but also to drive here on Automobilista. They're really a blast to drive. Obviously that's nothing new. Kind of already knew that, obviously. And I chose Melbourne because, yeah, Melbourne, Australian track. And I don't know, somehow it kind of suits these cars. You would think a Formula 1 track for such small little things here. That's not gonna go well, but yeah, it's surprisingly good combination. I'm really enjoying this. I tried them on Bathurst, but yeah, I wasn't really in a kind of Bathurst mood today. That's gonna be for another time, or maybe after this race we're gonna do some Bathurst. We'll see about that. But again, somehow I just really enjoy these Australian tracks. Melbourne is my favorite F1 track almost. And I don't know, there's tracks like Phillip Island, which is so much fun to drive on. I've kind of did a couple of videos on Phillip Island as well here on Automobilista. There's a decent mod out there, actually for Stock Car Extreme, but obviously you can also use that on Automobilista. I really enjoy these tracks, and Bathurst as well. But that's not all. Obviously there's still Eastern Creek, also a very nice Australian track. Barbagallo as well. Really enjoy these tracks, and the fun thing is that there's, for almost all of the Australian tracks I just mentioned, there's a mod in Automobilista. So yeah, really, if you're into Aussie racing or Australian style racing, you really can get a lot out of Automobilista. Obviously, there's also the another couple of interesting mods out there for cars. Obviously, there's the V8 Supercars mod for Automobilista, made by what's it called, European Endurance Center, the guys who worked on the EEC GT3 mod. Of course, it's called the EEC mod because it's from EEC themselves. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. And yeah, just a lot of Australian content next to the Australian GT3 series, also from EEC. Is basically a skin pack for the base GT3 mod, but yeah, very enjoyable as well. Really nice looking cars, and a lot of work went in there, and really appreciate that. So in the meantime, we kind of moved up to 11th spot, which is not bad at all. Kind of soldiering on here in our little Camaro. and this is really a tricky point for the AI. This is kind of where they make the most mistakes, and that's kind of a shame, because otherwise it's just an awesome combination. SimRacing really is all about finding those awesome combinations and yeah, kind of moving on from that. That's really what I love about Automobilista here. There's a lot of stuff to discover and a lot of track car combinations to try, because all the cars, in my opinion, here on Automobilista are so high quality, so well done, and if you're somehow tired of that, you can obviously dive into the mods, which there are a ton of, really. So yeah, that's really what I kind of love about Automobilista here, and yeah, that's just awesome. Coming back to what I said earlier about the Automobilista that has been improved. Obviously, the HUD has been altered as well. It's yeah, it's an interesting HUD. Really enjoy it so far. With obviously the top left, which is really nice with all the names and the intervals. And on the bottom right, that's also very nice, nice and clean. Not too much going on, not too much screen clutter, or how should I say that? And yeah, that's really nice. Then the top right is the kind of the track map. I'm not really into track maps or anything, but I think you can disable it so that you don't see it. So that's good, definitely. And then apart from that, I think the bottom left should be moved over to the bottom right. That would be a little bit more, a little bit better in my opinion. I'm not really sure if you can alter that. Really should look into that a little bit more. But apart from that, it's really nice, really clean layout, as I said. Not too much immersion braking stuff going on, and that's kind of what I like about, or what I look for in a good HUD. All the kind of essential information without any screen clutter or whatever. Try to not get too distracted by the bikini girls there on the big screens. Here on your right, it's kind of a nice little addition they put into this mod. And you can find Melbourne here on the Automobilista track pack. Whoops! Wow, that was something. Nearly flipped the car there. Obviously, these small cars kind of issues with the big curbs. They're yeah, easily flippable if you run over them. So definitely have to be careful for that. Luckily, otherwise the curbs are quite flat here and there, kind of a little sausage, or half of a sausage maybe. But yeah, we're not doing too bad here, apart from little excursions there onto the curbs. trying to get it hooked up this section is really tricky. Something that always kind of is an issue in Formula 1 cars, but in these cars as well. It's a really tricky section. And yeah, the way these cars drive is really something else. Obviously, as you can see, they're extremely small. They're very low to the ground. They're not high at all, and they're extremely narrow. They're not wide at all, and that makes for some interesting lines sometimes. Yeah, it's really something I enjoy. Whoops, as the car there flips almost. But yeah, that's really something I enjoy about these Aussie racing cars. You can easily go side by side into a corner without really compromising your speed too much. Obviously, they're so narrow. You can basically take the same line you would take in a normal car. And yeah, that's just a lot of fun to drive these things around. Oh, real squirmy under brakes. That's something. That's really something you will notice when driving this car. Really unstable under the brakes. Can easily flip away from you. Also on the throttle, they can be a little squirmy. And I have to fight it a little bit out of the slower corners to keep it going in a straight line. But yeah, apart from that, really enjoyable racing. As I said, easily side by side, and yeah, just generally close, intense, and awesome racing. We hop over the curves there, and it seems like we have a little bit of a battle going on here with the red and kind of green car there. Also something, a little announcement, or announcement is maybe a big word, but I've bought a PC recently. It should have arrived this weekend, but yeah, obviously it didn't. I ordered it Friday evening, and it was kind of the policy, if you order it before midnight, you'll receive it the next day at your door. Lazy as I am, but yeah, obviously it didn't get delivered. It kind of got lost in the post office or something like that, so I was really looking forward to installing it this weekend and kind of testing it out, because yeah, my PC at the moment isn't the best, as you probably already know or can see in the description. I think my specs are in the description. It's not by far the best PC out there. Oops, on the curves there. Yeah, I really have issues running more graphically demanding games. That's probably the case where you're not gonna see them on the channel. For example, Project Cars 2 is something I really enjoy, but yeah, I barely get 60 frames per second on the lowest settings. Let alone while recording or anything like that. So yeah, that's really something that should have been resolved with the upcoming PC. Same with the with, for example, R Factor 2 or Assetto Corsa. I really enjoy these sims as well. But yeah, it's just my PC is too slow or too underpowered to decently record these games while driving. So yeah, that should have been resolved, because it's a GTX 1070. Whoops. So as I said, GTX 1070, i7 processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and yeah, I think that's it. I don't really know too much about hardware, or I'm not really that familiar with all the hardware stuff, but I kind of know that this is a decent PC, which will be a lot better than this one. I think I have a GTX 970 here, if I'm not mistaken. i5 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, so not too powerful. This kind of potato I'm running Automobilista on right now. Oh, really squirmy on the braking there. So yeah, once my PC is all set up and everything like that, you're probably going to see some more videos on the channel, not only streams obviously, but yeah, some regular videos as well. I kind of have to make up for a lot. The latest update obviously of Automobilista I've kind of missed, but as I said, lots of going on, and I haven't really gotten the time to do all that. Kinda, I'm doubting to seriously step into iRacing. Yeah, it's just double. I've turned to iRacing to the dark side. No, I turned to iRacing a couple of times, but just rather for shorter periods of time, just a 1 month subscription or something like that. Just to, you know, because I'm always curious about iRacing. I'm always interested by it with the online racing format, but yeah, it's just so expensive. I kind of love oval racing as well, so that would be something interesting to go into oval racing on iRacing, but yeah, I've always been hesitant because yeah, such high costs. It really is way too expensive. But yeah, I guess that's what we sim racers do, just spending money and keep on spending. Really expensive hobby actually, but yeah, I don't know. It was always kind of the money that held me from iRacing. If it kind of cost like 50 euros or whatever, definitely would join iRacing for serious. But yeah, I'm just not sure if I want to go that road. We'll see. Obviously, there's still exciting things enough to race. Come on, come on, come on. Whew, that was a big slide. That was a really big slide. Yeah, just kind of held it straight. Ooh, there's really a scrub here on the tires. It gets even more challenging to rake. Yeah, indeed, Foxifier. Yeah, I would mostly join it for the online racing, but for the oval racing, because I'm really interested in that. And yeah, there's R Factor 2, but I don't know, the stock cars feel nothing really special to me. The little oval racing I got from iRacing was really something else. Was really something I really enjoyed it a lot, despite the wreckers you got in the lower tiers. But yeah, something else I really wanted to race iRacing for is obviously the online racing aspect, and with the fact that I don't really have too much time to race. I can't really join a league or something like that. And the weekends are also always kind of hard to race, definitely in the evenings, where most of the league racing is taking place. So I don't know. I kind of had it with the public lobby racing. It's just too frustrating, and iRacing is therefore an interesting option. Just because I want to race online competitively, or whatever, just a clean online race. I mean, whenever I want that, well, I want to do that, and not yeah, being kind of bound to a league one weekend night. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. Obviously, there's a race department as well for such online racing, but I don't know. It's just first world problems, I guess. But yeah, still to see what I will do about that. Foxfire, like your channel, by the way. Always have some interesting stuff on Automobilista. I really enjoy it. In the meantime, we're already at the last lap here. Didn't quite make it to the front. 7th is kind of what we will achieve here, but no biggie. I think for the next race I will turn to the GT3s, the Australian GT3s at I don't know where, maybe Adelaide, maybe something else. I will see. If you have any suggestions, definitely let them know. So that's it. Kind of 7th here. Quickly checking something here. Checking the comments. Yeah, SimRacing system. Little less too low populated, I should say. In my opinion, and sometimes not so clean racers over there, with the limited experience obviously I had with that. Yeah, NASCAR Racing 2003, I've had it as well, but somehow it kind of stopped working, so I really have to check that to kind of get that up and running again, because yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. Solid offline racing. There's a couple of videos even on the channel here of NASCAR Racing 2003. So yeah, really enjoyed that. But yeah, oval racing, that's really something that's not really well represented in classic sims, if you ask me. So yeah, NASCAR Heat 2, we'll race that as well. I have that as well in my Steam library here. But yeah, it's kind of it's fun, but obviously it's really a arcade experience. Nothing really simmy about that, and that's kind of what I would want from a from an oval racing game. But yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun. So let's take a look here at the GT3s, the Australian GT3s. Gonna go for Peter Edwards. I have no idea who that guy is, but he has a nice Ferrari. So we're gonna take that, and let's see. There's Winton as well as an Australian track. I didn't even know I had that in the in my tracks folder. But I think I'm gonna go with Eastern Creek. I'm not gonna go for Bathurst because yeah, I'm probably gonna crash out. For Bathurst, you always have to kind of practice a little bit. I'm gonna leave it at 102 medium aggression, 20-minute race. Let's see what we can do. It's been a while since I've raced on Eastern Creek here. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, obviously. Yeah, the Australian GT3s here, just a skin pack actually you can get from the EEC Facebook page, and yeah, just some Australian skins. It uses the EEC GT3 base, definitely. Yeah, indeed, that's always a kind of a problem. Everyone wants to win the race in the first lap. But yeah, I think that's something that will always be in there. Sim racing is really not really, or it is suited for multiplayer racing, but it's, yeah, it how should I say that? It demands a lot of respect from the drivers for each other, and that's something that is not always present by far. Let's just listen to this awesome sound. It's really an awesome sounding car, this. Whoops. Ferrari by far the best sounding car here in the GT3 mod. And nicely looking as well, nicely detailed interior. Really an awesome track. I don't know what it is about the Australian tracks, but somehow I kind of always love them. I'm gonna move it over a little bit closer, the seating position here. Just gonna do a couple of qualifying laps just to get a feel of the track and the car, and then we're gonna jump straight into a race, because why not? There's always a tricky corner with the curb there. I should have known. Yeah, obviously the EEC GT3 mod here is kind of the way to go for GT3 racing on Automobilista. MS really didn't focus on GT3 racing, which I'm glad about. If there's no GT3, there will always be a mod for GT3. So yeah, I'm glad Riese Studios had a chance to kind of invest their time and resources in other stuff, like the amazing ARC Camaro we raced there, for example, or the other amazing stuff you have in Automobilista. And yeah, just nice, because as I said, there will always be GT3 mods, and we have a really nice one here from the European Endurance Center. I should focus here a little bit more if I'm just gonna follow the Porsche here, get a feel of the braking points. I mean, just look at that Porsche there, really nicely modeled, a lot of detail, and yeah, overall a really nice experience. Maybe a little too grippy in the default setup, but yeah, that can be easily worked around. A lot of understeer there. That's obviously something you'll notice with this mod in the default setup. Lots and lots of understeer. Whoops, was watching to the stream there or to the comments. Okay, that's it. I think it's gonna be close enough. I think the race will kind of grow on us. So yeah. Let's take a look at the race here. Just gonna skip that and see how it goes. Rolling start, I think, still on from the last race. Just gonna skip that. Let's do this. Hopefully the frame rates are gonna be okay. They're definitely gonna get a beating with this mod. It's kind of intensive to run, definitely on my PC. But yeah, we'll see. There's immediately McLaren going sideways. Gotta love that pink Audi there. And something I've noticed in this mod as well is that the AI can be, for some reason, really aggressive. Kind of more aggressive than the other stuff or the other cars to race on here. And I don't know if it's just me or if it's like that in general. Oh boy. Okay, that didn't went quite well. I'm just gonna restart here. Sorry about that. Just binned it there on the exact same position. I'm gonna quickly restart it and pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, this is the default in-game HUD. This is kind of the new HUD they presented with the last update. Yeah, definitely let me know what you think. I kind of enjoy it. As I said previously here on the stream, I think some things can be rearranged. Maybe the kind of left hand side stuff can be moved over to the right. That would be a little bit better in my opinion. But apart from that, really clean HUD with the kind of all the information I want out of a HUD, and yeah, that's the most important part in my opinion. That it's not immersion braking, and that all the necessary information is in there. And that's something they kind of did nicely with this HUD. But yeah, for some races I just turn the HUD off. I just enjoy that a little bit more in some cases, but now it's fine. So much understeer through this corner. But yeah, I'm glad we went with Ferrari to kind of listen to these awesome sounds. Oh boy, should have practiced just that little bit more. I'm gonna soldier on here and maybe catch up to the AI. Yeah, it's really nicely sounding car. Really enjoy it a lot, and by far the best sounding car in the GT3 pack. Locking up the brakes. Maybe I should set it a little less stiff, the car, because all of the elevation changes will kind of make it hard to keep it stable. Maybe lowering the bumps there will help that. It's been a while since I've driven this Ferrari. Fighting the understeer through there, almost ran off the track. Having issues in this corner as well, kind of to get it turned in. This is a really tricky section. And just the thing I really enjoy about this track is all of the corners are quite challenging, and whoops, was looking to the stream again. Oh boy, this is awkward. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the setup a little bit and maybe turn down the AI difficulty so that we at least can have somewhat decent race. Sorry about that. Just gonna quickly move it over to 99%. Move the aggression to low because we're a little bit aggressive. And yeah, quickly gonna change that a little bit. Yeah, tire information would be nice, but yeah, personally, I don't really look into that too much. For longer races, obviously, that can be very handy. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff to customize and to let appear, and yeah, I really should look into it to that all. But yeah, as I said, haven't really had too much time with the new oh, can't really find my words, with the new update. Just gonna lower the fuel levels here a little bit. But yeah, apart from that, obviously the HUD looks relatively nice. So yeah. Well, I'm not really sure. I think is lowering the bumps will make it a little bit easier on the bumps. I think. Oh, it's the fast bumps. Oh boy, I really should. Let's try that. Yeah, looking at the chat and driving at the same time is kind of definitely something I'm not comfortable with. Streaming is already somewhat out of my comfort zone, so yeah, but it's a lot of fun, and let's see what we can do here with the altered setup here and less difficulty. I think we should be able to at least follow the AI. So, temp number 3, third time's the charm, or however you say that. Already a guy going off. Luckily it's not us. Okay, first sector, relatively easy until you kind of get to this turn here, this corner. Let's avoid most of the inside curve there and take it easy here for the first couple of laps. Just a whack, or how should you say that, of understeer through there. Really, it just kicks in and kind of wander off to the outside of the track. This is such a nice section if you can hook it up. Just trying to get on the power as soon as possible, because really important for to have a decent run here on the straight. A nice run into this corner. Turn 1. It's not flat out, but it's not far from it. AI braking a little bit early. I think it should brake at about 120 meters, something like that. Ooh. Car wants to step away from me. There. Over the curbs. Oh, the frames really get a beating here. this is already a lot better actually, or at least it feels like that. If you're for some reason not already subscribed to Foxyfire, you can find him in the chat there. Definitely do. He has a lot of amazing Automobilista stuff on the channel. So definitely go over there and subscribe to him. It's a channel that really interesting and kind of deserves a little bit more love. Really inspired by your run in the cards mod there on Bathurst. Really something I want to try someday as well, but yeah, probably not man enough to survive that. Okay, this is really a lot better right now. The car really feels a lot more stable, even on the bumps and all that. Really enjoy it now, and it's a lot easier to drive now. And yeah, it's a little more. And as I say that, obviously I I spin out. Oh boy, it's really not my my day here. Oh, just so stupid. But that's obviously what you get when live streaming. Things can go south really easily. But luckily, we're still in touch with the back of the field here. We still have the awesome Ferrari sounds to comfort us, so we're good to go. Oh, I'm really focused right now, sorry. Yeah, indeed, cutting when screwing up happens a lot to me as well. But I don't know, it's really nice actually to stream. I'm not really that comfortable with it or anything, but yeah, it's just nice to have a kind of discussion or whatever with the subscribers, and how far that's even possible. But yeah, it's just nice to see some interaction and all that, also between the subscribers themselves. It's really something I enjoy watching as well. Again, that understeer really hurts. Almost ran into that thing there. Haven't got a clue how to name that stuff. Oh boy, we crashed it again. I think that's gonna be enough GT3ing here on this track for today. I kind of wanted to maybe jump into something else. Yeah, maybe just quickly going into the new Metal Moro here, just for a little bit, kind of to show that off if you haven't already tried that. I think this is the Honda engined Metal Moro, and let's see. Then we have this 4 kind of combinations. I've tested out the Honda here. It's really stable car, really lots of interesting stuff going on, and yeah, let's kind of take them for a spin here. Quickly, let's go into, let's take a look here, maybe just standard Interlagos, the go-to place on Automobilista. I'm just gonna quickly do a maybe 10-minute race with these cars. Yeah, I'm not doing fine as well. Oh, Steven, it's you. Wow, all these YouTubers here. You probably know what I'm. You probably know the struggle with the crashing and all. Yeah, I really enjoy your videos as well. Recently subscribed to you, and yeah, you have some interesting commentaries. I really enjoy it. So again, if you're not already subscribed to Steven, definitely go ahead and do that, because yeah, he's awesome. So now the game's loaded up. Let's see. Let's hope that this goes better. I'm a little bit tired. I'm gonna look a little bit for excuses here, but yeah, let's just see we have enough fuel. That will be enough, just a little tad bit less. Let's just go straight into the race. So normally I shouldn't spin too much in this car, because it's kind of grippy. As I said, I've only tested out the Honda engined one, the one we're driving here. It's fast. It's definitely really fast, and yes, it has tons of grip. But yeah, it's enjoyable, and cockpit looks really awesome. Now I have a really kind of close field of view here, but yeah, cockpit looks really great. Car looks amazing. It's really an awesome addition they've added here, and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to test out more on how this car drives. Really surprising how much grip there actually is going into these corners. Definitely in the slower corners, you can just really stamp the throttle and it will just go. Maybe I should shift down to second gear there. AI is always a little bit slow out of this corner. But yeah, whoa, a little bit of contact. It wasn't already clear. I should have enabled the spotter actually. Whoops. Was trying to read the chat again. I should really find a solution for that. I'm just gonna focus on racing then, to kind of give you at least something interesting to watch. But yeah, this car, tons of grip. You really kind of feel, I don't know how to say this really in English, but yeah, I really feel like a god in this car. Almost anything can happen. I don't know, it's just really interesting to drive, and it's just surprising how much grip there is, and how you can kind of stamp the throttle and just go away without even the least amount of wheel spin or anything like that. Yeah, it's really something you have to get used to, on how much there is actually possible. But yeah, really love it so far. Not really sure what the other engines or what the other engine specifications or how those ones feel. If it's any different, if you have any information about that, definitely let me know. I'm not gonna try them all out in this video, but that will be something to do off stream. Maybe we'll make a little video on how they compare and all that. But yeah, that's for later when my PC arrives. Really looking forward to that. A little tap there, but we're making progress. A little too wide on the curves there. Yeah, indeed, Stephen. Finally, I'm a driving god. I have to wait a long time for that. But when the AJR arrived, I really feel like a driving god. But whatever. All joking aside, really, this is an awesome car, and yeah. Really something interesting. Also, I think there's a couple of days a race department race for this car. It'd be nice to kind of participate in that and yeah, make a video on it, perhaps. Oh, just a batch of understeer through there. Really, it's something you wouldn't really expect from this car. Or I wouldn't expect from this car. But yeah, it's just so stable. Oh, got punted there by the AI. And then got a second violation of track limits, obviously. Just the acceleration is really incredible. Kind of would want to compare this to a maybe the Formula V10 we got here on Automobilista. That would be an interesting comparison, but I think they would be generally the same, maybe, surprisingly. Maybe something for after this race, kind of put those two together and see what happens. Trying to get as close as possible here, because that's really a place where you can gain some time on the AI in the next corner there as well. But we're not close enough. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to be on the outside for the next corner. Little side-by-side action. Braking. Fourth gear. Stamping the throttle. Ooh. Just got the overlap. Yeah, really a lot of fun racing this against the AI. Put up a decent fight. And that's obviously what you want out of a good race with the AI. Trying to get on the throttle as early as possible, but really nowhere to go. Don't want to kill myself here today. Oof. A lot of fun, these cars, really. A lot of fun. It's kind of a shame that Automobilista has almost reached this final state. Only one kind of big update remaining, 1.5 update that will be, and then development of Automobilista will be over. So that means no more updates, no more fresh new content, except for mods. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. Really enjoyed the ride here on Automobilista. Really something that has always kept on improving, and yeah, it's been quite a journey actually. Lots of content added, lots of features added. Really kind of the best worth for your money, in my opinion, if you want to buy a sim. Automobilista is really the way to go. Lots of content, maybe not as much as, let's say, Project Cars or whatever, but is that really necessary? I think Project Cars, or Project Cars 2 then. There's a lot of awesome cars, but yeah, some cars really drive like shit. Yeah, just have to say that it's some cars are really terrible and other cars are good, but in Automobilista here all the cars are high quality cars with all their own interesting bits, and yeah, that's really something I love about Automobilista. And the fun thing is also that Reason Studios kind of chooses not to go down the main road, not really mainstream when it comes to content. They didn't, as I said previously here on the stream, they didn't produce a GT3 field or whatever, or didn't really invest their time and resources into doing that. There's just the Boxer Cup and that's all, and they kind of focused their attention on a little bit more niche cars. Let's say the close to losing it there. Say the Stadium Super Trucks, which are awesome, but something you're not going to see in any other sims. Definitely not as default content. Same, for example, the trucks and the ARC Camaro really well. That are all examples of kind of how far they dare to go with their default content. Obviously, that takes a lot of money and time to develop those cars, and yeah, when you develop a GT3 car, you definitely know it's gonna be bought for a DLC, and that it's gonna be worth it or whatever, but worth it to produce it then. But yeah, with these cars, it feels like a big risk, but it's awesome that they do that, because yeah, you get these amazing things. Oh, got punted there by the AI, almost lost it, but yeah, as I said, really enjoy the content policy or whatever they handle at Reason Studios. and I hope that will be the same for their next project, Release 17. Obviously, it will build up on Automobilista, so probably all the or most of the cars and tracks from Automobilista will be in Release 17 as well. At least I hope so. But yeah, it would be nice to see even more of that, between brackets, special content. It's definitely original stuff that you won't really see in any other sim, and that's what makes Automobilista so unique. Whoops, sliding. Yeah, indeed, turning on a mirror, but the problem is, yeah, I remapped my buttons recently, and it was again on my inside. I remapped my buttons, and it didn't appear into I don't know, the mirror on top doesn't appear. The mirrors on the sides actually work, but yeah, that's gonna be for another time. But just have to be careful in turn 1 that I don't get punted out of the way. Maybe use the look behind button a little bit more, but that can be quite frustrating for you viewers. Yeah, I should add a warning for epileptic attacks or whatever when looking too much behind you. Really frustrating for viewers. But yeah, should better do that than getting punted out of the way. And as I said, it's not gonna be necessary to look back anymore because we're running last. That's also a solution. Yeah, no, it's a separated bind from the HUD, but I had a key to or had a button to map the mirrors, and it maps the side mirrors. So as you can see, but I think before it mapped both of them, so it would when you first tap it, it would disable the mirrors. When you tap it another time, it would enable the front or the mirror on top there. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because we're running last either way. But the important thing is we didn't lose connection with the other AI here. The AI is, I think, set to medium, not really sure. Kind of quickly set this race up, but yeah, I think it's on medium. It won't be on high. I rarely set the AI aggression to high. Kind of only for slower cars or maybe touring cars, stuff like that. But faster cars always give the aggression maximum on a medium setting. Yeah, this is a really fun combination. It will be interesting to kind of run some multi-class racing here with a day and night transition with this car. Maybe with the GT3 Fielder or whatever, or the Boxer Cup, and some touring cars thrown in there as well. Maybe the Lancer RS, something like that. Really, that's something that will be a lot of fun. But yeah, I think a couple more laps. Let's try and not be lost. I'm not gonna be able to pass here, but maybe on the exit. That's where the AI is slow. Ah, nowhere to go. Really so close right now. Trying to go down the inside. Whoops! On the curbs and spawn it. Was getting too enthusiastic there. As you can see, I can spin every car, even this car. Oh boy. What an evening. I'm really sorry. Yeah, just gonna wrap up this race and then probably end the stream because yeah, it's getting too much. It's getting too much. But yeah, really an interesting car, and really glad Reese Studios have added this as well. I have no idea which content really is coming up for AMS still. I think in the last development update they said that there was kind of a little surprise still coming for the last update. I'm really interested in what that will be. I think probably something content-wise, otherwise they wouldn't really make that fuss about it or whatever. But yeah, I think there's still some interesting content coming, and yeah, we're really looking forward to what that will be. I think before the end of the year they might wrap it up. Automobilista, I'm not sure actually. This is all pure speculation, but yeah, it would be kind of symbolic to round off 2017 by finishing with their Automobilista project and kind of focusing their full attention to Reza 17, but obviously that will be Reza 18 by then. Really curious about that. Yeah, a new car, that's probably gonna be the best. Hopefully it's not a 2018 Formula car or whatever. I just hope it's again something Reza-like, for example the super trucks, something again like that, something you wouldn't expect, something different, something special. That's the content I really love the most on Automobilista, and I hope that's going to be the case for the last update there. So this is going to be the last lap, I think. Then my suffering will be over. And I'm probably going to conclude the stream then. Definitely gonna check out more of this car, as it's a really interesting car, a lot of fun to drive. Yeah, another great addition to Automobilista. Kudos Reza Studios, you've done a great job. Keep on doing what you do because it's awesome. So coming up to the line then, I think I better go get some sleep or something like that. There's still one lap to go. I have to finish this race. Rolls-Royce GT3. Yeah, that would definitely be something else, something original, but yeah, actually, now I think about it, that would be an interesting car. It would be a lot of fun. Yeah, just take any car and add GT3 to it, and it's gonna be awesome. Otherwise, let's go for a VW Golf GT3. Or a Formula Truck GT3. Just take anything. Basically what Gran Turismo has done. I think you can drive a Volkswagen Beetle GT3 there for some reason. But yeah. Okay, this is gonna be the last lap. Jim Ballas won, but yeah, don't really care about that. So yeah, let's quickly check the comments then, and then I'm probably gonna end it here. Thanks all for watching. Despite the crashing and all that, it's been quite a fun stream. Thanks for hanging in there. Hope you had a good time as well. Yeah, just gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed, and yeah, if you haven't already subscribed, maybe do that for more videos in the future. So, gonna leave it here. Goodbye.